What's up? What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
What's happening? Let me get over in these comments.
Off.
Listen, so if you're here, we want you to share this because we just want everybody's opinion.
Hi, everyone.
We're not everybody's opinion.
We haven't done this.
We haven't done this in so long, man. We have not been on here in so long to do have a conversation after dark.
Look at us.
Yes. So listen.
You see that comment in there?
Yeah, that's a great comment. By the way, I forgot how. Let's put it on the screen so everybody can see it. We need everybody to see this comment. Forgot how hot the intro track is. Listen, to be quite honest, we saw people coming in, like we saw the numbers coming in during the intro track, and then we saw the numbers going down. The intro track is long. I get it. It's long on purpose. I just want to listen to it.
It's a hot track.
I just want to listen to it.
Did you read all of what that comment does?
The creator should get some. Oh man.
It
Listen.
doesn't even say that. You just messed the whole thing.
Oh, the creator could get some.
Never mind.
No. I took both of those the same way. So it don't matter. It don't matter. What I got out of that is we're not gonna be on here that long. That's what I got. That's what I got out of that comment. That's what I got out of that comment. That this is gonna be real short because I got work to do. What's up, family? Listen, if you're in here, shout yourself out in the comments. Let us know that you're here checking it out. Please do us a favor, share it. Mm-hmm. We're just gonna joke around tonight. We just to give you a heads up, we read an article. It was funny. We just thought that we would come on here and talk about it, right? And if you saw the title, you already probably know what this is.
What did you put for the title? I didn't see.
So the title I put in was "Have a Conversation After Dark." Kissing Cousins.
That's a good one.
So we're gonna get into that, but we are glad to be here. Before we get into that, it's been a long time since we've been here. We gotta throw a plug out there. Listen, if you are a couple that is looking to build your marriage, or you're looking to maintain what you've already built, you need to come check us out. We are doing a group coaching experience. It starts April the 16th, and it's called the Make Love Better Group Coaching Experience.
Yeah.
It is for couples who want to communicate on an extraordinary level, for couples who want to recognize, manage, and recover from conflict in record time. And it is for couples who want to build an intimate bond that is so strong that it withstands everything, every stage and phase of your life. If that is you, if you want to do that, you need to get in part of this. Now, here's the thing. We're not taking a lot of couples for this cohort. So there's not, to be quite honest, there's not a whole lot of chance to get in, but there is still some slots available.
Yes.
So if that is you, there's the link on the screen if you want to learn more about it. We just wanted to make sure that we shared that with everybody.
The
All right?
group, I just have to say, the group coaching sessions,
phenomenal,
that we've been doing, they have been really, they've been really good.
They've been really good.
And because the groups have been so intimate,
mm-hmm.
I feel like it creates this type of bond between the couples themselves, and then between us and the couples, and the couples don't feel so isolated,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And so they feel like, man,
yeah,
we all have these concerns, we all have these, and I wouldn't call them issues, because I feel like every marriage goes through concerns, or every marriage goes through challenges at some point in time. But when you isolate yourself from other couples, and you don't have accountability couples, and you don't have to tell your business to everyone.
Right.
But when you make it look like or feel like we're great, we never have issues, then, it's hard to kind of keep that up.
You're falsifying the process.
Oh, that's good, babe.
You're falsifying the process when you do that.
Yeah.
And in a group setting like this, you get to see couples that are striving to do the same thing that you're doing.
Yes.
Right. So again, if you want to communicate on an extraordinary level, you want to be able to recognize, manage, and recover from conflict in record time, and you want to build an intimate bond that's strong enough to withstand any stage and phase of your life, you got to get into this.
Yeah.
Okay. There are only a couple of slots because we are purposely making this small.
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to go to www.denali.org/make love better, and you can grab your slot for that. All right. Listen, let's get into this. So we read this article, and it's interesting. We just wanted to jump on and talk about it and get your opinion. So if you're on right now and you're watching, what we want you to do, two things. We want you to share this because we want to get everybody's opinion. And two, we want you to jump in the comments and share, right? Don't just watch, jump in the comments, be a part of this,
what you're thinking,
right?
about
This is a late night living room favorite beverage type of conversation, right? That we can kind of laugh and joke about and see what you think.
Matter.
It's not a joking matter. You're right, but it is funny to me. I'm gonna be honest. Be honest.
You are horrible.
It is funny to me. All right. So what are we talking about?
Here's what I read. A happily married couple who share 3 children has discovered that they are actually cousins following a shocking DNA test. They've been married for 17 years, and the wife decided, I don't know why I'm not saying their names because it's all over TikTok. So Cecilia and Joseph Quinones from the state of Colorado. They've been married for 17 years. Cecilia decided she wanted to learn more about her lineage. So after taking the DNA test, it didn't take her long to realize or discover that she and her husband, Joseph, were cousins. It doesn't say if they're second cousins, distant cousins, or anything like that, but related is related, right?
Yeah.
So she shared that information on TikTok, and of course the comments were crazy. And the comments were saying, you guys should split up. They've been married for 17 years. The comments were saying that they should split up. And she's like, we're not splitting up. We've been married for 17 years. We have children. We are happily married. So that's not happening. She calls her husband, which made me crack up, her husband.
Husband.
So yeah, okay. Man, babe.
Okay. So let me put this up on the screen just for, let me see. Let me just do this. All right.
Cousin.
You find out your spouse.
You find out your spouse is your cousin.
Is your cousin.
Yeah. What would you do if you found out that we were cousins?
I was just about to ask you that.
I think it would depend. Well, I think after the fact, after we're married, I don't think that I would be like, no, we got to split up. I don't think so.
Let me delete one of these real quick so I can put this up here.
I don't think that I would be like, no, we got to split up.
So here's the question we're posing to you in the comments. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, especially, I really don't think I would, period. But especially not after 17 years and children. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but what are the, are there any well, I guess there aren't any health implications. They got kids.
Clearly
already,
not.
Right?
They have 3 kids, 2 or 3 kids.
Okay. So here's what we got for you. In the comments, we want to know, you find out that your spouse is your cousin. What next? What next? So what you're telling me is that if you found out that I was your cousin, we've been married 22 years.
3 kids they have.
They have 3 kids. So we have 3 kids as well. You find out, let's say we're married 22 years right now. You find out this summer that I am your cousin.
So weird.
What next? What happens next?
I don't think that anything would happen next as far as us splitting up, but it sure would be awkward.
Okay.
And then I guess maybe too, do you think it would depend on how close we were in lineage? Not really.
No, not really. Not in terms of awkwardness. I mean, I think there's some people who are
I mean in terms of how closely related we were.
Yeah, I don't know that it would make a difference to me how closely related we were. I think I've heard of people who find out that they, it's 3-4 times removed. And they're like, whatever.
You have heard that before?
I have heard that before because what's interesting is that this is not uncommon. This is not uncommon. It's not uncommon for people to find out this kind of information. It's not uncommon, right? So, hey, what's up, Camila? Camila, listen,
Hi.
Here's a question, Camila. You are married, right? You have kids. You have developed a life with your husband. It's a beautiful family that you all have.
We just read this article.
You find out next week that your husband is your cousin. What next? What do you do next, Camila? What do you do? And for the rest of you who are watching, what do you do?
What would you do? So for me, I don't at this point, for them, the couple that they're talking about in the article, it was 17 years. So
they've been married for 17 years.
They have been married for 17 years. I kind of agree with the wife. Now, it doesn't say anything about what the husband's thinking.
It doesn't.
Or feeling.
Right.
But the wife is like, we ain't splitting up. Nope. It's been 17 years. We have 3 kids. I kind of feel like I would be that way too.
Okay. So let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
Is it wrong to marry your cousin? First of all.
Knowingly?
Yeah. Think about that for a second. Camila said, this is why you bring your partner around as much family as possible before. And Camila, to answer your question, it does not say. It does not
It
say.
doesn't say how
Yeah.
closely
It
related
doesn't
they
say
are.
whether it's a first cousin or not. Now, let me ask you, Camilla, does that matter?
Mm. Yeah, true.
Does it matter? So if it's your third cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin, does it matter?
Mm.
No,
I
I'm
think it
asking you a
would
lot of questions.
Yeah, you are. I think it would make me feel better if it was
third.
like fifth, fourth, fifth, sixth, and on cousin. Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Camilla
But-
said we staying together. We already have kids.
Exactly. That's my point.
So for me and you, because we always want to put it in the context of us. 22 years we've been married.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out this year, after 3 kids and a grandchild, that we are cousins. It don't matter how I feel.
I forgot about that grandkid.
It don't matter how I feel. We already here.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah. Would it be awkward though? Would you look at me differently?
I don't know that I would look at you differently, but I would feel real funny in bed.
Me too. Me too.
Like that would mess with me.
Me too.
That would mess with me.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But is it wrong though? Is it wrong to marry your cousin? So listen, we're people of faith, and there are stories in the Bible where, so if we really look at it, if we really break it down, Jacob, was it Jacob? Jacob and Rebecca, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was their son's name?
You're asking.
No, it was who was Isaac married to?
Is somebody knocking on the door?
No, that was a car going by. Isaac was married to Rebecca. Man, I'm all messed up. Anyway, one of them, was it Abraham? Abraham sent his servant to his brother's house, right?
Okay.
To Laban. I'm probably mixing this story up. Those of you who are Bible scholars, my point is that Rebecca was Laban's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Laban was the dude's brother, which means Rebecca married her cousin.
Yeah, but but when did that start to not be okay?
That I don't know. I'd have to do some research to see when that would not be okay.
And why is it now not okay? Well, what?
My kids don't have any mental defects, so I'm just living exactly, and that's exactly where we were going.
Right, exactly.
That's exactly where we were going. Now, I'm not saying that that's license for you to do it, but I'm just saying, is it really wrong?
I think knowingly, it's probably wrong in this day and age. And here's why I say that. Because think about all of the people that you've heard about that have children with their cousin or whatever. There is often some kind of birth defect or something like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You
so
know
there could potentially be some health.
There's got to be a reason why God allows for that to happen, because he's like, I don't want you anymore to be sleeping with your cousins like I used to back in the Bible days.
Yeah. I mean, we're speculating though too.
Speculation,
right?
Definitely.
Because the truth of the matter is, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
If it's okay to do that or not.
So is it just wrong in this day and age because the human law says that it's wrong?
I think that we have made it a social construct.
Where's Lenore? I know she would know.
I think we've made it a social construct,
right,
for that to not be acceptable.
Right.
If it was a social construct, if that had remained from Bible times, because obviously the social construct there permitted it. If it was a social construct here, then it wouldn't even be a problem.
Right.
Now, brother and sister, I get the genetic thing and where there could be some issues.
Correct.
I get that.
Yeah.
And that, I don't even think in Bible times there's any situation where that happened.
Right.
But the cousin thing, I'm not sure. And then after 17 years, like Camilla said, they already got kids, right? So For me personally, if I find out that you're my cousin, I'm gonna the only thing that's gonna happen at that point is that it's gonna mess with my head when it comes to sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing. There ain't no point in me going nowhere.
Right. I agree.
I've built an entire life with you, and it ain't crumbled up until this point.
Just don't come in the door and be like, "What up, cuz?" That'll throw me off.
Ah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. So
Boy.
listen, if you just coming in, you see the question on the screen, you find out your spouse is your cousin. What do you do next?
Mm-hmm.
There's no right or wrong answer. We just want to know what you think, because we came across this couple who've been married for 17 years, and the wife was just curious about her origins,
her lineages. Her lineage.
She was curious, and so she did, what you do when you go to, do the background and all that kind of stuff, the ancestry.com, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
She finds out that her husband is her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
They've been married for 17 years. They have 3 kids. She was like, I ain't leaving. What's the point?
Right.
There ain't no point. We have kids. We've built a life together. It just is what it is, right? Now, it doesn't say whether they're first cousins. It doesn't say whether they're second cousins or anything like that, but just that they're cousins, right? So Camilla said, okay, so how long are they having sex after finding that out? Can you sustain a marriage without sex?
No, you can't. You can't.
So
how long are they having sex after finding out?
Right. What I'm assuming is I'm hearing you say, Camilla, is that after finding out that sex would stop.
Right.
Now, can you sustain a marriage without sex? The quick and dirty answer is yes.
No pun intended. Oh, you turned off my thing?
Oh, where was it? Oh, it's plugged into here. Hold on. Let me plug it in.
You said the quick and dirty answer is yes.
The quick and dirty answer is yes. However, hold on, let me get back in.
Sorry, y'all. Having a hot flash. He unplugged my fan like.
I can't plug it back in. Okay, go ahead. So the quick and dirty answer: can you sustain a marriage without sex? The answer is yes. Here's the thing.
I don't think you can.
It's going to be very difficult.
It would be more challenging.
It would be challenging, and the reason why I say yes is because the totality of your intimate bond is not just wrapped up in sex.
True, I got you. You're right.
So if your intimate bond is extremely strong, and I'm talking about your spiritual intimacy, your physical intimacy outside of sex, your experiential, all of these different types of intimacy.
Yeah, you're right.
If it is strong, you do have a chance.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You do. It's still going to be challenging, though.
It's still going to be challenging, even if all of those other intimacies are firing on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
You would still have to work on those even more.
Right. And you have to take into consideration, too, it would be challenging it would not be as challenging for those with low libido.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have low libido, you can probably go for long periods.
Yeah.
Right. It will be challenging for individuals who that is a need of theirs, because that is an important emotional need for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So for the people who that is an emotional need for, that, it would take some work to do that.
It would. Okay,
so
how are
no, that's what she put up. I thought that was a different comment. That's what she asked for.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So for me, right, to put it in context with this, if I find out after 22 years that you're my cousin, I'm not stopping. I'm not. Now, it is going to mess with me at times.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest.
I agree. It would me too.
It's going to mess with me at times.
Yeah.
But I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
I'm not. What's the point? 22
years and 3 kids later
of having sex. I'm not stopping. I'm not. I'm going to do some mental work. I don't know. I'm going to do something because it's going to mess with me for a little bit, but I'm not stopping.
Agreed.
I'm just not.
Agreed.
Ooh, now, Now let's take it here. You find out in year 1.
Right.
Now what?
And no kids.
No
Year
kid.
one and
Year-
no kids.
So Camilla, you find out in year 1 and no kids. What
Mm.
happens next?
I still think that it would depend on how closely related you are. If it's distant,
Mhm.
like your grandfather's grandfather and my grandfather were cousins,
Mm-hmm.
that's like
That's way
almost
far
not
removed.
related.
Yeah.
Right. If your great
Okay.
grandfather and my great grandfather
Mhm.
were cousins,
Then you'd be like,
that's
whatever.
pretty distant.
Okay.
So I guess maybe it would depend on how closely related as cousins you are. Yeah, because that's a mental trip to know you're having sex. Right. They better not call me cuz in bed. Exactly. Don't call me cuz anywhere.
Right.
Don't walk in the
Yeah.
house talking about what up, cuz.
Yeah, that phrase is out the window at that point, right?
Right.
Because you want to tear down an intimate moment. Be like,
That's the way to do it.
that's the way to do it. But yeah, so for me, now let me be honest. In year 1,
You would have been out.
if I find out in year 1, there's a great chance
Year
I'm gonna
one
be
and
like,
no kids.
yeah, there's a great chance I'm gonna be like, nah, we can't do this.
Because it would mess with you. Here's why I feel like
Mhm.
it would mess with you, and you don't have the tools, so to speak, to handle that type of thing. Like we have 22 years worth of tools.
Mhm.
And I think in year 1, we don't have, obviously, all of those tools to handle those types of challenges. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You haven't built up, you haven't even had the time to build up the other types of intimacy
Right.
and the other types of conflict management skills and all of that kind of stuff, that kinds of things that goes into your relationship as you go along.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have all of that. And so I can understand why in year 1 you would be like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Camilla said, how long did we date and what cousin are we?
Right.
So here's the thing. For me, Camilla, I would say it would for me, it wouldn't even matter how long we dated.
Mm.
It wouldn't matter how long we dated, and I don't know that it would matter what cousin we were. Now, can I be honest? Because it's late night. Let me be honest. The me that I was 25 years ago,
You wouldn't care.
I probably would not care.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's in the dating phase.
True.
But in terms of building a life with this chick,
Goodness.
I don't know that I would do that. In the day, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I'm an honest guy. The guy that I was 25 years ago, if I were to find out that this person was related to me and I had already been sleeping with them and all this other stuff, crazy stuff I was doing in college, I probably would have kept doing it.
Mm-mm-mm.
But we wouldn't have been building a life together.
Right.
I can tell you that
You
right
wouldn't
now.
go that far.
No, we're not building a life together. We're not doing that. I can tell you that right now. We're not doing that. If it's my first cousin in year 1, we don't have the same bond, so I'm out.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Agreed.
Anthony Murray said, we'll just keep it going. It's already done.
Already done.
Now, Anthony, is that in year 1?
Right.
Or is that, so the couple that we're referring to, the article we read, they were in year 17 when they found out. So are you saying
3 kids in?
And 3 kids in. So are you saying in year 1 you would keep it going, or if it was long term you would keep it going? Because year 1, there's probably no chance that I'm staying. Now, let me be transparent, and you can talk to me about this off camera, because I'm not going to say any names. When I was in college, I met a girl who, it was kind of some stuff happening here and there, right? I found out that it was a possibility that she was somehow connected.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Wow.
That happened to me in college.
You never told me this.
I never told you that. That happened to me in college. Now, again, like I said,
you ain't care.
the me in college.
You didn't care.
I was a different guy in college.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was a different guy in college.
You were.
Now, There was no chance in hell I was building a life with her.
Mm.
Absolutely not. No chance. So even if there was a chance, finding out that there might, and I never even explored to see if it was really true or not, if there was a connection, but it was just too close for comfort. So when I found out that there might be some kind of backdoor connection, then the chances of that meaning anything to me went out the window.
Mm.
Like completely.
Wow.
Went out the window.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Camilla said, what?
That's
yeah, college was a
wild.
different time for me, Camilla. I'm telling you, it was a different time
Ooh.
for me. So Anthony said you could break it in year 1, no kids, clean getaway. Yep, I agree,
Yeah,
bro.
True.
I agree.
True.
And I don't know if that's the right thing to do. But this conversation is not necessarily about right or wrong. We're just spitting out whatever is the first thing that comes to mind.
I think so. Well,
I don't know if it's right or wrong.
yeah, I
But
don't
that's
know.
what I would do. I would do
Yeah.
exactly what Anthony did. That's why I never dated another Trini. My grandpa was a Rolling Stone. Listen,
Right?
Camilla, and I don't know how it is
That's the story for a lot
Right.
of Caribbean.
That's what I was going to
people.
say. I don't know what it's like in the strict American culture, but in the Caribbean culture,
Oh yeah.
it is very the chances of you meeting a family member is high.
Yes. Way high.
I mean, the odds are high.
Yeah.
Like if you had those odds at the casino, you would win every time you went. Like that's how high it is, right? Because let's check this out. Remember when my cousin Steve in New York reached out and he was doing the family tree thing.
Mhm.
Do you remember how many scores of people just started flooding like, hey, I'm your this and I'm that
true.
and your grandfather and this, and they just came out
Very
of the
true.
woodwork.
Very true.
They came out of the woodwork. There's people that are living right here in Maryland that I didn't even know were related to me.
Right.
People that I saw all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I won't name any names, but people that I used to see all the time and didn't realize until, like a few years ago that they were related. So in the Caribbean culture, the chances are high for that to happen to you, right? So yeah, I get you, Camilla.
Mm-hmm.
So those of you who are coming in, you see the question on the screen. That question is based on an article that we read where a couple who's been married for 17 years, the wife decided that she was going to trace her origins, and in doing so found out that her husband is her cousin. They've been married for 17 years. They have 3 kids. She was like, don't matter. At this point, we built a life. Let's just keep it moving.
Right.
What would you do if you found that out?
I get it.
Anthony says some family members keep secrets. You're right.
This is true.
That's very true.
Very true.
And folk got different last names and all this kind of stuff, right?
Listen,
So
most family members keep secrets.
Yeah. Ha.
You said what?
I'm starting my family tree, and baby, the paper not
big enough.
Listen,
right.
That's Camilla. That's what we found out too. So when my cousin from New York reached out, and he was like, "Man, we've been doing some digging. Like, it ain't even a tree. It's a forest. It ain't a tree. It ain't a family tree at all. It's a family forest. Like people literally were it was like roaches. People were coming out of nowhere. Hey, I live in Towson. Hey, I live in Laurel.
Yeah.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
I lived in Baltimore my whole life. Mm-hmm. And some of these folk, like I went to my dad and I was like, do you know so-and-so and so-and-so? Nope.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So that is wild, man. So I would say now, after, so you guys got my opinion. If I was dating, and I'm going back to the me that I was in college, if I found that out in the dating phase, it probably would not faze me that much. However, it is impossible that we're moving beyond a certain point.
Yeah.
You're going to get cut off at some point. Just know that. Now, for us who've been married 22 years, if we do a lineage now and we find that out, we're just going to have to keep it moving. I'm not stopping anything. Now, will it mess with me at times? Yes.
Definitely. Me too.
It will mess with me at times sexually. But you know, there's pills for that.
What? What pills? You talking about Viagra?
Whatever.
What do you mean
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah, that's what I was
else is
talking.
there?
That's what I was talking about. I'm messing around. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm just glad I don't have to figure that out. It also speaks to the fact that she is happy that marriage, because finding out that info would have been a clean exit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good
Yes,
speculation.
that's
She's
true.
happy. I mean,
That's
she's
true.
17 years in. She's got 3 kids.
Mhm.
She's like, listen, I'm not. Now, here's where I think she kind of crossed the line. Is when she made that name up. What was the name she gave him?
Husband.
Yeah,
She calls him her husband.
we can't do that. That's off limits. We can't do that.
That's funny.
We can't do. Do you hear that, Camilla? She now. Here's the thing. Here's where she went wrong in this story, is that she now calls him her husband.
Husband. I mean,
We can't do that.
It's true.
It's true, but you can't do that. You really want to mess with me? Yeah, call me that. That's that's what you would call me when you don't want me to mess with you.
Yeah.
When you're like, you know what? I'm trying to get this guy off my back.
Husband.
I don't even want to. Husband, that's gonna mess with me, and I'm gonna withdraw. I'll be like, nah, I think we good for today.
And she can, because there's not really anything that he can call her that really.
Nothing.
You can't. What?
Nothing.
Cuz wife? That doesn't even sound right.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. Anthony said knowledge about it from the start, and you still do it then. Well, if you have knowledge about it from the start, and you still do it,
yeah, that's
a different.
A little different.
That's a different conversation.
I don't know.
I'm not doing that, bro.
Anthony. Yeah, no. If I know from the start, it's over.
If I know from the start, it's a wrap. Now, again, like I said, the me that I was in college, if let's say I find that out, let's say let's just it's after dark, so let's just keep it a buck. Let's say I'm messing around with this chick in college, and I find out that she's related to me somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not going to stop messing around with her right away.
Really?
I'm probably not going to.
Really?
Here's what's going to happen though. Like I said, here's what's going to happen. It is inevitable that she's getting cut off. Like she's going to know that.
But just not right away.
And it might not happen right away. And the reason why I'm saying it might not happen right away is just because when you get physically involved with somebody, there's always a chance you're going to be like, oh, it's late night. I don't have nothing to do. Ain't nobody here. I'm tired of playing video games. Let me see what Sharon doing.
Even if.
But she's going to know you ain't anything more than that. There's absolutely no way we're building. Absolutely no way.
Okay, well, here's the thing. At that stage, if you feel that way, does she know that y'all are related? Because clearly she feels the same way you do, even if, you know what I mean?
That's true. Well, I would make it known. So she would know.
Okay, well then.
She would know. Camilla said, not him walking around in a husband shirt. Yeah. You want to listen. You want to lower the libido? Call me husband. It's a wrap.
Buy a husband shirt.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Kissing cousin shirt.
Yeah, so that's the me in college. So I can't really speak to what I would do if I was dating right now and that happened. I think the me that I am right now, if I was dating somebody and that happened, that's going to be a clean break. Just the way that I think right now, the type of guy I am right now, that's going to be a clean break. But I can promise you, I'm not going to have knowledge ahead of time and walk down the aisle. That's not happening.
Correct.
I promise you that.
It wouldn't for me.
And that's then and now. I'm not doing it.
Wow. I just feel like if we were to find that out right now, I would feel so awkward. I got to admit, that would really be a problem for me in the bedroom. Now, to find that out now, even though it wouldn't be something that would break us up, it would be a real challenge for me in the bedroom.
It would be. I agree with you. And I think for us after 22 years,
Oh my
Me
gosh.
me going somewhere doesn't make any sense.
Mhm,
We have 3 grown children,
mhm.
right? We have 1 grandchild. It don't make any sense for me to go anywhere. The issue, the work we would have to do
Mhm.
is in the bedroom
Yeah.
because that would be awkward.
And
That's
I
the work we would have to do.
so I
And it doesn't say anything about that in the how they handle that
no,
in
it
the
doesn't. It's a
article.
very brief article.
Yeah.
But I think for us in our situation, because the holistic part of our intimacy is so, I wouldn't say intact, but it's really good.
hmm
I don't know. I think we might just have to lean on that at least for a while.
Maybe for a while, but not forever.
Mm.
I'm just keeping it real, because like Camilla said, earlier when she asked, can a marriage survive without
Survive
sex?
without sex.
I'm gonna be honest with you. At some point, I'm gonna have to get over it.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
I'm talking about with us right now
Right,
after
I
22
agree.
years,
Yeah.
because the sex
Ugh.
can't stop.
Yeah.
It cannot.
Mm.
It just can't.
We would have to.
So we're gonna have to go to therapy. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something because that can't stop.
Yeah.
Now it may stop for a little bit, and we may have to get our bearings and really dig
Which
into our
would be
experiential intimacy
understandable.
and that kind of thing. But yeah, it can't stop.
Mm-hmm. My
It can't stop.
goodness.
So
Mm-mm-mm.
we've put in some effort to be where we are right now.
Definitely.
So we can't shut that down.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. We can't shut that down. So listen, that's what we were talking about tonight. Those of you who we got Camilla and Anthony in the comments, but there's a couple more people watching than Camilla and Anthony. So if you got something to say, man, say it. Don't worry. This is a no judgment zone.
For real.
It don't matter what your opinion is about this. It's not about a right or wrong. We're not even on here discussing what's right and what's wrong.
We're just discussing.
We're just discussing what we think we might do.
Yeah.
What we think we might do. See? So Anthony, bro.
What did he say?
He said the same. I mentioned this earlier before you got on.
Abraham.
That's what I was talking about.
Rebecca.
Abraham sent his servant to Laban. Laban was Abraham's brother.
Mm.
Abraham's servant saw Rebecca, which was Laban's daughter, which means Isaac married his cousin.
Yeah,
first cousin.
But that was, there weren't that many people back then. Like, who else?
That's not an excuse. That's not
you know what I'm saying? Like, first cousin at that.
Now, here's the thing. Hey, Anthony, can we go back even further? Who did Cain marry? He ain't have no choice.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing. And I'm not a Bible scholar, so please don't quote me on this. Don't throw stones at me. But was there anybody other than a sibling for Cain to marry? Like, how did it keep going? Adam had Cain, Abel, and Seth, right? 3 sons. Who did they marry? I'm not a Bible scholar, and I'm not going to make this a Bible study. But since Anthony brought that up, and since I said earlier, I gave that exact same example, Anthony, about Isaac and Rebecca. So
yeah, but that's different. Back then, there wasn't anyone else.
But the only no. Again, we're speculating. So please, if there are any Bible scholars out there, we're not even trying to go there. Like, this is pure speculation. What I believe is that the social construct, or what God allowed to be the social construct in that time, allowed for that. The social construct of this day does not look kindly on that.
Cain married his sister.
So it does say Cain married his sister. Okay.
Awan, her name was Awan.
That's the only choice he had. He had no other choice but to do that.
But this is different now, right? So in this day and age, I don't know if I don't know. I don't feel like, well, obviously not your siblings
Right.
and not your first cousins.
Yeah, but obviously not your siblings because of the social. Now, hear me. Let's be clear, folks. Put your guns away. I am not an advocate for incest, but I'm saying there is a social construct that governs what we do. Now, imagine it's just as possible that the social construct of this day could allow that. Imagine if that's what it was, because the social construct could allow that today, but it doesn't. Right. Let me get in these comments. Camilla said, yeah, stop for a little bit, but not forever, because we get a divorce. Sex is key. I agree. 100%. That goes back to what we were talking about before. Yeah. Right. We may have to rest on the strength of the intimate bond.
Right.
But yeah, right. that ain't stopping. That ain't stopping. She also said, but culturally, don't people still marry their cousins though? Yeah, I believe so.
Yes.
I believe so.
And that's why I just pulled up what the technical term of incest. It's the crime of having sexual intercourse. Sorry. It's the crime of having sexual intercourse with a parent, child, sibling, or grandchild. Doesn't say anything about cousins.
Doesn't. But still, even though with like, with and Anthony said it too, Awan, that was
yes,
that
Awan.
was Adam's daughter.
Awan.
Right? Awan. So that was Adam's daughter. So that's a whole nother that's a whole nother conversation, which I would bring in, a couple pastors, scholar. A couple theologians, that kind of thing, a couple counselors, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're right. They had to do that. They married their sister, I assume, because they didn't record the girls.
Yeah.
Well, one, they didn't record the girls, and two, there was no other option. Mm-hmm. Like in order for the world to continue after Adam and Eve, that was Cain and Seth's only option.
Yeah.
Was to marry their sisters.
Yeah.
And that had to continue for a significant amount of time.
Generations.
If you think about it, that had to continue for a significant amount of time. Yeah. Because if Cain and Seth had sons, who were they going to marry?
Right.
And then if they had sons, who were they going to marry?
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, the amount of children would spread out enough so that it would go from siblings to cousins.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Then if you go down, again, not a Bible scholar, so please don't take this and run with it by any means. But then when we go all the way down to Noah, by that time, there's probably enough people for you to kind of be distant. Mm-hmm. But then God wipes out the whole world. And all you got is Noah and his wife, his sons, and their wives. Mm. Who do their kids marry? Starts all over again.
Okay. Yeah.
Starts all over again. So, so that's the thing. So
we're all brothers, sisters in Christ.
So listen. So here's the thing. We might all be related. How about that? how about that? At some point, we might all be related. Anthony said, "Yep, no choice." Also said it depends on the situation. Yeah. So listen, that's what we wanted to get on here and talk about. We about to get off of here, man, and finish the rest of our Saturday night. But we just were curious. Listen, if you happen to, yeah, you're right. You're right, Anthony. That can happen today very easily.
Yeah.
Especially in we're Caribbean, so especially in the Caribbean culture.
Yeah.
And we were saying that earlier. The odds of this happening are extremely high
in the Caribbean culture.
And Camilla was saying that's why you got to bring folk around your family so they can be like, hey, you know what? You look like you look like Tanty so and so. Like, for real? Yeah, let's do some digging right now. So yeah, that's true. So listen, we just want to know if you happen to be running across this with the replay. Go ahead and share your comments, man. This wasn't a right or wrong. We just wanted to have an after dark conversation. We haven't done this in a while. Listen, we're gonna be getting back to these conversations. We promise we'll be getting back to The
shows are coming back.
Yeah, they're coming back. We'll be getting back to the Have a Conversation After Dark conversations. We will also be getting back to our show called Inside the Relationship. So if you're not following us on YouTube, make sure that you're following us on YouTube at Denali LLC. If you're following us on YouTube, you'll get notifications when these shows are going to start and when these shows air. So because these conversations are great conversations to have. Anthony said good conversations. Thank you, bro. And thank you
Sure.
for being a part of it.
Yes.
Thank you for jumping in the
Anthony.
comments, bro, and being a part of this conversation. We appreciate that. And listen, so the last thing to get out of here, again, if you are a married couple, if you are an engaged couple, and you are looking to communicate on an extraordinary level, you're looking to be able to recognize, manage, and recover from conflict in record time, and you are looking to build an intimate bond that's strong enough to withstand all the stages and phases of your life, you got to get in this right now. Okay. You got to get in this. It is the Make Love Better 6-week group coaching experience. And it starts April 16th. The new cohort.
Yeah.
We just got out of a cohort. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, good people.
Just got out of a cohort. It was phenomenal. So there, and I'm just telling you, there are only a few spots. And we're not saying that because to do scarcity. People say that for the scarcity tactic. We're not saying it for a scarcity tactic. We literally want to keep it small.
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yeah.
So there are a few slots that are available for you. If you are interested in being a part of that 6-week experience, you can go to that website that was on the screen to get more information. All right, we're going to get out of here. Thank you so much to those of you who are watching, those of you who will watch the replay, those of you who are in the comments. Blessings on you. May you just have a phenomenal rest of your weekend.
Yeah.
And, hopefully you're not sleeping with your cousin.
Oh, come on. Why did you have to end it that way?
That's me. I just had to throw in a wrench there.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
And if you are sleeping with your cousin.
Okay. Have a great weekend, everyone. End it. I can't.
Oh, man. Listen, this is fun. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.